I'm getting out the truck. I use my 3 points of contact. I'm gonna undo my latches, which they already are, front and back on the side, and this side and this side. I undid my latches. Now I come out over here. First thing I'm gonna do all my lenses, right? All my lenses on the front of the truck, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, not missing, proper color, clean and clear. Underneath my truck, I don't see any hanging wires, right? My truck, front to back, side to side, it's not leaning. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the hood. 3 points of contact to open the hood. Okay, so I already did my hood. I opened up my hood. I'm coming over here to the right side of the vehicle. So the first thing I'm gonna check my battery box, right? My battery box, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. It opens and closes properly. For the test, I don't really have to open it because some of these battery boxes, it's difficult to close them. So my battery box opens and closes, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. My cables and connections on my batteries, no cuts, no tears, no exposed wires. There's no corrosion on the terminals, and there's no leaks from my battery. My fuel tank securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no leaks coming from the hoses or from the tank. My caps, the cap on the fuel tank is tight and sealed. Chain is present. I'm looking here. There's nothing here that I'm going to inspect on this side of the motor. So the next thing I'm coming up to on my list is my fluid levels. What am I checking for on my fluid levels? Right there, I got the power steering reservoir and my coolant reservoir, and right here I got my dipstick. So my coolant and my power steering reservoir are securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no leaks coming from both of the tanks, from the reservoirs. The lines are between add and full, right? The hoses from my reservoirs have no cuts. They're securely mounted, no cuts, no tears, no leaks, right? All my caps are present. There's no proper level. There's no leaks coming from any of my hoses. So my dipstick, I don't have to pull it out. I'm just going to explain to the examiner. My dipstick, I take it out, wipe it clean, reinsert it, pull it back out, and check to make sure it's between the lines, between add and full, right? And then now the next thing on the list is my fluid leaks, which is coming from my engine and transmission. Even though I can't see the transmission, my engine and transmission, they're both securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, right? I'm looking at all my hoses from my engine and transmission. I don't see any fluid leaks anywhere coming from any of my hoses, and I don't hear any air leaks coming from any of my airlines. So now the next thing on the list is the steering system. Steering system is two parts. Right here we have the gearbox. My gearbox, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, no missing hardware, and there's no leaks coming from my gearbox. The hoses to and from my gearbox, they're securely mounted, no cuts, no tears, no leaks, no missing hardware. My 5-piece steering linkage, which is from the gearbox to the tire, right? My 5-piece steering linkage from the gearbox to the tire. The arms and rods, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. My joints are not loose or worn, and I have no missing hardware, right? My hardware is my castle nuts and pins. My castle nuts and pins are present. Now the next thing on the list is they make you come out to the tire. So I'm gonna do it the way that the list is set up. So my tire, inside, outside, sidewalls, and the top of my tire They're securely mounted. The tire is securely mounted to the rim. There's no cuts, no tears, no leaks. My tire has at least 430 seconds of tread depth. There's no exposed wires on the tire. I would check the tread depth with the tread depth gauge. My tire inflation has a proper inflation. I would check that with an air pressure gauge. I would check it at the valve stem. My valve stem is securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no leaks coming from my valve stem, and it must have the cap, which it does. The next thing that they have me do, they're making me go to my rim, right? My rim, securely mounted inside and outside. It's securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no illegal welds or no weld repairs on the rim. The bolt holes, right, which I can't see because the lug nuts are there. The bolt holes, there's no distortion on my bolt holes. Now I got my lug nuts and studs. My lug nuts and studs, they're both securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. They're not missing. There's no missing hardware anywhere. The lug nuts, the lug nuts, there's no stripped studs. The lug nuts are not missing. There's no shiny treads, and there's no rust trails, right, coming from the lug nuts to show that there's any signs of looseness. Now they make me go back into my suspension, right? So I got my suspension. I got my spring mount, front and back. I got my leaf spring, my U-bolt, and my shock absorber, right? All four of them, right? Spring mounts front and back, leaf springs that you can see there, my U-bolts and my shock absorber. They're all of them are securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. All my hardware is tight and secured. My leaf springs are not shifted or missing, and my shock absorber is not leaking. Right, so the next thing I come up to, I got my brake lines and hoses. They're both securely mounted. Not broke, no cuts, no tears, no leaks. There's no missing hardware, right? And the brake line supplies air to my brake system. Over here, I got the brake contamination, right? I got my drum, my brake drum, and my brake shoes. They're both securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no contamination of fluid, oil, and grease in between my brake drum and my brake shoe. Now, I'm coming over here, I'm checking, I'm going to double check. I'm going to stop at my firewall. I'm going to give a second to look and say, okay, I don't think I missed anything on the list. The next thing I come up to, I got my lenses and reflectors. All my lenses and reflectors on the side of the vehicle, they're all securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, not missing. Proper color, clean and clear, right? Then I come over here to my mirrors. My mirror and bracket, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, no missing hardware, clean and clear. I come over here to the box, right? Let me give myself a little plug. That's me right there, Kamel Dedicated Logistics. We're here in Ocala. We're the place to come to. So now I got the next thing on the list is my frames. My frames and cross members on my truck and my cargo body. My frames and cross members securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no missing cross members, right? There's no missing cross members. And there's no broken welds where the cross members are tack welded. You know, no broken welds if there is. The cargo box itself, there's no holes on the floor of the cargo box. Now I come out here to the side. I'm doing all my all my DOT tape, right? All my DOT tape on the side and on the back, on both sides and on the back. All my DOT tape or my reflective tape, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, not missing, proper color, right? Clean and clear, if I want to say that too. The next thing I check, the last thing I'm checking is right here, my lenses and my reflectors, right? My marker lights on top, all my lenses and reflectors on the back of the box truck. All my lenses and reflectors, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, not missing, proper color, clean and clear. And that's it, folks. That's the outside pre-trip inspection. You do that on the outside. You tell the examiner, Mr. Examiner, how much time I have left? He tells you you have an hour. Then you tell the examiner, okay,